Hello, it's Kel back again, and I said that I'd be back just to tell you a little bit more about the Life Vantage products that Big Picture Health has partnered with. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit more. I'm just going to share my screen so I can show you what it's all about. And yeah, you're going, all right, so you've seen Big Picture Health, but what's this other stuff that you've been banging on about? And yeah, I've put a few posts in the group, and I'm sure you're sort of a little bit intrigued by now and thinking, well, what on earth is Life Vantage and what's it all about? So, what Big Picture Health does is I partner with brands and with practitioners who know their stuff with high quality products and services and with whom I can trust. And it needs to be holistic in approach. And so I partner with Life Vantage, which I'm focused on here, but also Zaya. And I also have practitioner partners that I share as well. In that if you have something that I can't solve, I've got other practitioners who will help myself and you out, which is pretty awesome. So we're getting that real holistic approach here at Big Picture Health. And I wanted today talk to you a little bit more about Life Vantage. So it's an amazing company and it's steeped in science, and I absolutely love that fact because I have an exercise science background. I like to know how things work and why they work. And for me, this company has so much clinical evidence on its products and how they work, and you can't deny it. So I want to talk to you today about how we live and how it impacts on our health and well-being. So our modern life leads us to being incredibly busy, overexposed to toxins, overexposed to things like blue lights because we're constantly on our screen, and no time for ourselves and our health and well-being. And what that results is things like low energy, brain fog, trouble sleeping. We're irritable, we've got hormonal imbalances, headaches, body aches, all those sorts of things, mood swings. Anxiety is massive, fatigue, afternoon slumps, and we experience that on a day-to-day basis because of the gradual increase and build up of just stress on our body. Now, stress in our body in physical form is called oxidative stress. And so you can see the picture here where it looks, you've got the example of the apple there, and over time, the apple gradually, rots. All right. So our cells unfortunately do that too. And as we get older, this process speeds up because our body is unable to slow the process down any longer. We just become more inefficient because our genes actually switch off, which is kind of crazy. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you can see down the bottom, your normal cell structure, when attacked by the free radicals and the toxins that we expose our bodies to, the stress, what happens is our cells degrade, and it can lead to things like chronic inflammation, and inflammation is the precursor to most modern illness and disease. So Life Vantage has done its research, and they questioned, how can we slow down the aging process? And what they discovered after years and years of research was a natural product. So what I love the most about this is that you've probably seen these ingredients on their own. But what they've done here is be able to put them together in a product, in a formulation where they complement each other and actually boost or work in synergy with each other. And that's what's really important to understand about Protandim products, and in particular NRF1, 2, that they are designed so that all the ingredients complement each other, and you don't find it anywhere else like this. And it's natural, it's vegan, and what I absolutely blew me away was that on average, you can reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and 70% in 90 days. Now, that's incredible. What it also helps your body do is produce enzymes capable of neutralizing the free radicals in our body by greater than 1 million free radicals per second. So we're boosting our ability to fight off all of the toxins in our body that degrade and damage our cells. So what this does is reduce inflammation and reduces that impact on inflammation on our immune system, and on a lot of our major chronic illnesses and diseases. So the NRF2 is actually what it does is it turns on the genes that get turned off over time. So it creates a protein pathway, the NRF2 protein pathway, where it actually enables the cells to turn on and do what they're supposed to do and actually get rid of those free radicals. So I suppose you can look at it a bit like your house cleaner, if you like. Now, the NRF1, they work in combination with each other and they actually boost each other's performance by over 150%, depending on which way you look at it. And what the NRF1 does is activates and strengthens the number of mitochondria. So inside our cells, we've got these tiny, tiny little organelles inside the cell that are called mitochondria that provide energy to the cell so the cell can do what it's supposed to do. And over time, our mitochondria become less and less efficient and effective and they lose energy, and that's why we get more tired as we get older. But what NRF1 does is it actually boosts the number of mitochondria and the amount of energy that it can produce. So if you think about it, it's a little bit like the electricity for the house. Okay, so the house cleaner won't work without electricity, the vacuum cleaner won't work if you can't plug it in, and that's kind of how it works. Now, we also have this amazing probiotic. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard a little bit about the vagus nerve, which is essentially the gut-brain connection. So this nerve runs from our brain to our gut, or vice versa, depending on how you look at it. And what it does is it enables the gut to give signals to the brain and vice versa. Now, our gut produces 70% of the neurotransmitters that our body requires. Now, neurotransmitters are like these tiny little messengers that detect signals and send messages. Okay, so our gut actually produces that. Now, if we've got poor gut health, it's not going to produce the right kind of neurotransmitters. So we're going to miss signals and our body's not going to respond in the way that it's supposed to. So when we take a probiotic, in particular the one from Life Vantage, where it actually has a capsule designed to not release the bacteria, the probiotics, until it gets into the gut, which is exactly where it's needed, then you're going to find that you have a greater or a beneficial gut health or a beneficial environment for your gut to reduce the amount of, let's call them bad bacteria, and improve or increase the number of good bacteria in the gut. And in doing that, it can detect those signals far more efficiently and effectively. And the cells, when you're using the Protandim products, are going to do their job more effectively as well. So that's effectively how the products work. Now, this Activated Essentials Trio is your go-to pack. There's a few other varieties as well, but I certainly recommend this as well. So we've looked at Kate. You might have seen her story a little bit further in the feed on one of the posts, but she's a young mum. She suffered from fibromyalgia, hypothyroid, Graves' disease, and she's actually been able to get rid of all of the symptoms. Now, it doesn't mean that the illness is gone, but she has been able to reduce all of the symptoms. She's got minimal brain fog. She can sleep clearly. She can think clearly, sleep better, her anxiety's gone, and she's, just feeling much more energetic, and most importantly for her, her pain levels are down. It's basically zero, and that's phenomenal. Renee, I can liken to this story because she's a healthcare professional. She runs a gym. She was working in a hospital as a project manager and just had a super busy life. And what she found was it just improved her recovery time and performance. It allowed her to do what she needed to do and have more energy to do it. She had improved focus and mental clarity. And she also had some really great skin results as well, because when you work from the inside out, then you can really change your complexion. And that's pretty amazing. You've seen my story, but just as a quick recap, here it is. Lots of issues beforehand with hormonal imbalances, gut health concerns, chronic inflammation, and a post-viral fatigue syndrome, which just left me like the Walking Dead. And since taking these products, I have literally felt amazing. I've had a back surgery and I just felt chronic pain and aching to the point where I couldn't play the sports that I love to play or do the things I love to do anymore. And since taking these products, I've not had a flare up. I've been able to go back to all of the things that I normally do. There's a photo there of me completing a 35-kilometer walk, and only 3 months before that, I literally was dragging my feet around. And that was the weekend I went, wow, okay, there's no way and I did it in like 4.5 hours. There was no way I thought I could do that. And I actually blew my own mind. And I went, actually, these products are working. So, not only that, it's improved my mental health as well. I'm better able to deal with stress. And, especially after the last couple of years, if we can all improve our ability to cope with stress, then I think we're on a winner. Not only that, I've had a real improvement with my skin tone and texture as well. And I really love that when you're 45. If your skin looks better, you love that as well. So I want you to really think about these questions here. Who do you know who suffers from inflammation, joint pain, any circulatory issues like blood pressure, maybe anyone who's had strokes, things like that, blood sugar or diabetes concerns, autoimmune illnesses, skin issues or allergies, hormonal imbalances or reproductive or fertility issues, menopausal symptoms, chronic fatigue or low energy, anyone who has sleep issues, or if they're burnt out, suffer from brain fog, etc., but also the mental health issues, anxiety, and it has amazing impact on people with ADHD and ASD disorders. So I want you to think about this. At this point in time, humans are living longer, but with a lower quality of life. I don't know about you, but I want to live a long and happy life as young as I can. And Life Vantage can help you do that. And I love the fact that I can share this with you. And if you want to find out a little bit more, please pop a comment down below and I can help answer any of your questions. Or if you'd like to see some more stories, some more testimonials, I can also add you into our testimonial group and you can see whether or not this is a right fit for you. So thanks so much for listening. Appreciate your time. And I will chat to you again soon. Bye.